Hey guys, it's Austin back with another YouTube video. I thought I'd get another night view out of the Halloween display because I got a brand new inflatable the other day and I kind of rearranged it and I broke my all-time record of number of inflatables I put out in the display with 14. I used to be 13, but now it's 14. So now I got 14 up and I did a few changes to the display. So let me get up here and I'll show you what I've done. Ow. First major change is that I moved the witch down here and the green kaleidoscope along with her down here to the area where the multicolored ghost used to be, because I was redoing some of the cords to add in the new one, and I think it's something very cool that it does now with the kaleidoscope down here. Is now it illuminates my short circuit ghost tree when it's not short circuiting. You can kind of see the green kaleidoscope show up on it really well. Also with the motion detector light being off at some points, it just lights up though with like it seeing the tree down here. It's kind of cool with like it not even on, like the kaleidoscope shining up on it. In my opinion, that's very cool. Also new for 2019, 2018, I believe it's a 2018 or 2017 model, Phantasm Pumpkin Reaper. I got this as the replacement for my 12-foot tall pumpkin Scrooge that I got from Walmart back in 2014 because it would no longer stand up, and man oh man, I got an upgrade. I like this phantasm light that it has in its head. It's probably my favorite kaleidoscope right now. If not, I'd say it's probably number 2 if I had to say, to the Ghost Flame, which I have on my porch right now with the Bonnie and the Dragon Archway. But golly, I freaking love this thing. I was originally aiming to get the 8-foot tall BJ's Pumpkin Reaper from back in 2017, but unfortunately Yard Inflatables sold their last free in stock before I could get my hands on it, so I ended up going to eBay and I found the Phantasm Pumpkin Reaper for a pretty decent deal. So I thought that was a pretty good little pickup because I now have free 12-footers now on my display, and it's also the most 12-footers I probably had in the display. I still hadn't got a 16-foot or a 14-foot one yet, but I like to hope that day could come soon, but I don't know yet because I got a lot of new inflatables, and this is just another add-on to the already great display because I think this one might be my favorite display I've ever done for Halloween. But moving along, now we got the good old short circuit ghost house from back at 2017 in Lowe's. Watch it short circuit a little. This is probably my, if I had to say, one of my favorite short circuit models. I'd probably say it would be either the Tree. I say that my number 1 would be probably between either the Tree or the Reaper, and this would probably be, actually I might think, I think I might like this one a bit better than the Tree, but I also like the Tree really, really well. I don't dislike any of my short circuit models, but this is by far one of my favorite because you have all that color in it versus how the other ones are just white and it turns purple when it short circuits. But moving on, we got the Good Grief Peanuts pirate ship now. I originally tried to record this video a while ago and I said that I might retire this after this year, but I figured out it was just a staking issue because Snoopy's now standing up better and Charlie Brown is somewhat standing up a little bit better because I had the staking a little bit screwed up, and that was the reason why it was not really hanging on too well. But I think I fixed the staking issue and I think it looks really, really, at least somewhat decent for a 5-year-old inflatable, and I'm hoping that it might have some staying power. I just gotta stake it down correctly because I mean it's doing great still. It's just got a little bit fade, and you could probably tell that more in the day view that I'm gonna film here in a few nights, but, or not in a few nights, but in a few days. But I think it's still hanging on pretty well. I just staked it incorrectly the first time, and I think that was the reason why I kind of got the interpretation that it was kind of wearing down, but it's still doing pretty well. And here's the original short circuit model, the 2015 Walmart short circuit. I mean not short circuit, but 2015 Walmart kaleidoscope spider. I was so happy when I picked this thing up because I knew this would be the start to big things in my display, because I fell in love with these kaleidoscopic models like many years ago, and man, I've just kept on adding and adding, and this one is still going strong. I gotta say, I freaking love it at night. And here's my old number 1, the 2017 Kaleidoscope Dragon from Lowe's. And I think it looks really, really good at night. It's still rocking the kaleidoscope like they are doing great, and I think the fabric is not fading really that bad either, because I've also got down here below the tree, even though the sun shines on it at some points during the day. I think it's still going strong, and it's still by far my favorite inflatable that I've got in my display. And up here she goes to the Fazbear Band. Here is Chica. and her and Freddie are still sharing the Comet Spiral Kaleidoscope. And I've also got my Lowe's 2018 Dragon Arch up that they're standing around. And over here is Bonnie with the ghost flame still on him. I think that these kaleidoscopes were meant for these things the minute that I first saw them, because not only does it give them a good light job, I think it also helps my Dragon Arch over here on its tail, because the tail don't have any C7s in it, and it somewhat illuminates its claw as well. And they all give me my wall like a very, very cool wall scheme at night, and I really like how the flames are like going up and down my wall at night. I kind of like the kaleidoscopes better than I do, I think, the projectors that Lowe's and Walmart both sell, I think. But that's just my opinion on that. Also hooked up my blow mold pumpkin tonight for the first time. I thought that was pretty cool. I got that at Lowe's last year, along with my short circuit ghost house in Atlanta back in Georgia last year over my fall break trip, but that was last year. My second change was that I did move the multicolored ghost up here, because I originally was planning to put the Phantasm Pumpkin Reaper right here, but where I got a tree up here, a 12-foot inflatable just wouldn't really work that well, I think, in this spot, and it would kind of be blocked by the view of the tree limb and everything. So I moved the multicolored ghost up here, and it did do me a favor as well with the cords, because I have to watch out because my cords could short out and everything, and I don't want there to be an uneven balance on cords between the cheap fans and the major tornado fans and junior tornado fans. But I moved it up here, and I'm glad I did, because it added a lot of light to this spot right here, and I really, really like where I placed it. Here's the 2013 10-foot tall head turning cat. I still have not replaced her headlight yet. I'm hoping to get out here and maybe do it before Halloween night or something, but I just have not got around to doing it, because I wanted to get a replacement for my pumpkin Scrooge, and wanted to work a little bit more on having to rearrange the yard and everything where I was adding in the Phantasm Pumpkin Reaper. So I still have not got to replace her headlight yet, but I hope to do it either at the end of the season for next year, or hopefully before Halloween night, just whichever I can get to first. But that's her right there. And there's my 2017 Lowe's Short Circuit Blacklight Reaper. He's still rocking, golly. His lights are still going strong as ever. I freaking love this thing, and all my other short circuits in my display. It's still doing great. Okay, you got to be careful for crosswire stakes here. I got a lot of. This is like probably the most crosswire stake. This is like probably the most crosswire stake areas that I've had in like a long time, probably ever, honestly. And finally, we finish off with my other new for 2019 model for the display, my short circuit ghost tree from Lowe's that my aunt got me for Christmas at the end of last year. It's still holding up great, and it's honestly becoming one of my favorite inflatables in my display, along with the many other fantastic ones that I've got. And just, I love how I built my display up over the years, and these 12-foot tall models and these short circuits and these special light effects are just proof of it, of how far I've came with my inflatables and how I decorate my yard. Well, there's the update for you guys on the inflatable display, how they've all moved around, and the new Phantasm Pumpkin Reaper. I wanted to get another night video out for the Phantasm Pumpkin Reaper specifically, because I'm going to try to get like a day view out here in a few days. I was just wanting to get the Phantasm Pumpkin Reaper out first to show you what he looked like at night, because he's kind of meant to be seen at night versus the daytime. At daytime, he's going to look just like an average Pumpkin Reaper model versus like how he has the Phantasm in his head. And I just wanted to get the day model out before I did the nighttime video out before I get the daytime out. But that'll be coming soon, and I'll also try to get a Halloween night video here in a few weeks, because I always get a video of the driveway, how we decorate our driveway between mine and my neighbor's house, and then we do the combined yard view as usual, and then we also come back over here and do the original display. And I got a few surprises for the driveway, which I'm not going to give away. I hope you guys will be impressed by it this year. I think that this year I just keep on adding on and making it bigger, and I like the progress that I've done this year so far. It's definitely becoming a better display as it goes. Well, thank you guys for watching the video. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later.